Hello and welcome to week 4 of building Scarif. Hope you guys are really excited because it's been a little while since the last episode and I have so much to show you. First off, you can see this AT-AT leg. This is not a Lego set AT-AT leg, this is a UCS AT-AT, and I ended up loving this build so much after spending over 20 hours on it and over 6,000 pieces. I decided I really like it, and I like it enough that I'm going to keep it around. I'm not going to modify it into an AT-AT. And instead I spent another 10 hours compiling Bricklink orders to build my own custom AT-AT on this same UCS scale. So it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. You guys will see the footage of this, and then later on in the series you guys are going to get to see my custom AT-AT, and it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. And if worse comes to worse, I will put both of them in my mock for the final thing. It'll be ridiculous because these things are absolutely massive, so I really have to step up my game with the size of the tower, so we'll kind of see how that all plays out. But now the potential is there to just modify this one and to have 2 AT-ACTs in the mock, which would be absolutely ridiculous. On top of that, I spent about a weekend building another mock for a collab with Rebellug, and that is top secret and I can't show you that. It's finished right over there, but you guys are just going to have to wait out for the video to come out on my channel in just a matter of weeks, I believe. On top of that, I got quite a bit of work done on the Scarif mock itself. Alright, so I really got to tackle some things this week that are really fun. If you guys saw in the time-lapse, I've started the center kind of landing pad, or the center for the Imperial insignia that this whole area is forming, and that is really fun. And what I'm going to have to do is actually work a track through it, just because of one of the displays that I'm going to be displaying this mock at is I'm going to want to add this feature in where the cart that goes out to the islands can go right through the center and through the kind of the base of the tower. So it's obviously going to be something that's optional. It's not always going to be, you know, running back and forth, but I want that to be there. And so I'm just kind of working around that. You guys can see the track there if you just scroll back a few seconds, and yeah, so I'm just kind of working on that. If you guys are trying to understand, it's a landing pad right there. It's supposed to fit about 7 or 8 cargo shuttles. Obviously mine is not to that scale because this is just ridiculous, and I mean even at my scale this is huge, but it's not that big. I will have a landing pad for Krennic Shuttle, if you're wondering. It lands up a bit higher, and I'll definitely have that command room, and I'm going to try to get that view from it that it has in the movies. If you guys are wondering about those 2 towers that are standing out as well, those are big support pillars, if you guys didn't catch that. So what those are going to be is when I build the rest of the tower, it's going to be able to just sink down on that, and then the 2 rods will go up it, and you know, you can shake it, you can push on it, you know, it's for structure. It's the steel beams inside the concrete that really makes the concrete strong. Like, that's what it's going to be, and it also is going to help with the modularness of it, where I can pull the tower off of those and kind of keep it portable. It's going to be really awkward now that I think about it for transporting, but I mean they've got to be in there because they're a key part of just the structure to keeping that, what's going to keep this 6-foot plus tower completely firm. Alright, so I'm just unboxing these orders, and there's some very interesting things that happened across these different orders. The first one actually didn't come in, and it's just missing a few parts, and it's a really like local place, so that is kind of disappointing and dumb that that hasn't arrived in. But as for this, I've got one order from apparently Spencer D's Bricks from it's a Bricklink store, but I ordered those parts, and these, and then I did another one. I have no idea what store it's from, but there's just a few more parts. This is a package from Lego Spencer 11. Shout out to him. Another great package. I got these light gray dishes, 8x8s. It's fantastic. There is a signed hand sanitizer packet. I believe that was actually signed by me at Brickworld. Trying to figure it out. And then we got some Mega Blocks and some other good stuff. Grass stock. So, yeah. The next three are like really awesome ones here. I mean, Spencer, no discredit to you, but so I got this one from Shop at Home. These ornaments are on sale for I think $2.50 Canadian, so $2 US a piece. So I ordered the max, which was 5, but one of them just kind of blew up in the box here. So there's bricks everywhere. I bought a stupid Friends cup. I thought that would be fun, or a purple Lego cup. I got the Penguins Arctic set. I'm actually trading that to somebody locally here for a tie striker, so that's pretty cool. And then there is a Lego Batman Harley Quinn poster, so that's awesome. Next is another Bricklink order just from a local place here. Just a bunch of different random light gray pieces. A switch which will be used for the cart that goes out from the Scarif, like the main Citadel tower. It goes on that line, and this will be a switch that switches the power so it can go back and forth. And then just pieces for the AT-AT, and I got these pieces because I like those pieces. And these rigid tubes, I ordered 20 of them. They are for my Scarif. Well, yeah, they're for the palm trees on Scarif, so they're kind of unrelated to the AT-AT. But the rest of these parts, I needed a good amount of these for the AT-AT, but as well a tie bomber. And then we got some Lakery 1x1 tiles, and then these two were the main reasons to order from Germany with this package from Lee Gold. And yeah, very, very expensive parts between the two, but those were some, like, you know, their main crucial parts to the UCS AT-AT. So I figured that I probably should actually order those ones, and I can't really just improvise around it. So those are the few orders. I think in a total, this one was the most expensive, but together I think all of them were only about $150 or $160, including shipping Canadian. So not super bad, but it was definitely going to be worth it for the UCS AT-AT. Let's go for it. Alright guys, it is complete, or as complete as it's gonna be. It was about 20 hours to build, and it is huge. Look at this thing, look at the set. This set is tiny, and that's a big Lego set. So this thing is absolutely ridiculous. As you see, it's like taller than me, and it is just massive and really awesome. This thing is absolutely ridiculous, and I just had to show you guys some more of this, just because I don't know how long it's going to be around for, or what's going to happen to it next, especially when I go to modify it, and even just trying to take it down now. I really don't know what's going to happen. It could just explode for all I know. Any second it could come crashing down. But this thing is absolutely ridiculous. You guys can see this little AT-AT here in comparison, and man, is this a build or what? It is absolutely ridiculous. I'm so excited to see this in my Rogue One Scarif mock. I'm so excited. It's not going to come in for a long time into the actual build itself, because I don't actually have room in my room for Battlefield at the moment, as the focus is the Scarif Citadel Tower, as the episode in the series is called. So that's definitely a focus. Yeah, this thing is just ridiculous. I just love the comparison with the Lego set AT-AT, because if you guys have Lego sets, that is an awesome Lego set to own. That is like, it's a fantastic Lego set. It's one of my favorites. That's why I have 4 of them right now. And honestly, just this thing is so massive. Like, it could deploy those things. Like, it's just ridiculous. You could have that thing like launch out of the side or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, this thing is ridiculous, and I just love it so much. Way more challenging than building the UCS Millennium Falcon or any other UCS set. This thing is just next level, and it really pushes, if you're not even a mock builder but you just want to get better at building, or if you are a mock builder and you want to get just better at building, I definitely just recommend taking on a challenge like this, because if you don't want to go completely into custom builds, this is a chance to just test out a ton of building skills, and you definitely have to improvise 1 or 2 or 10 times, and depending on how you feel about lots of the things in the design. I know I wanted to save pieces because you just use a ridiculous amount of great parts in this, and I definitely wanted to save some of mine, so I would improvise where I could and switch some things out for other colors. But yeah, and the structure is ridiculous and it needs to be modified heavily, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm really excited to do that as well, because I want this thing to actually be transportable, whereas right now I don't even feel comfortable picking this thing up and taking it off the table and setting it down somewhere else. I don't even know what's going to happen. Am I going to move it from here tonight, or am I going to I have no idea. Can this go in my room? Where can this go that it's not going to be bumped in the slightest, because it might just flat out fall over. It is not strong at all. If you look at the underside here, it is pretty weak. This leg holds on by just barely the 1x brick, which just has 2 Technic beams running through it. But if I wanted to, I could press in right there, and if it didn't push over the whole walker, like if one of these legs slides in a little bit, it's gonna collapse. It's gonna just snap, and the whole thing's gonna fall over. But otherwise, I think you could push right through that, and it would just, there's nothing, it's not like a 2x brick where it's gonna give you more resistance if you just push in on it. But this, you'd go right through and you'd bend it open, and the whole, I don't think that would collapse the walker, but it just would do lots of damage. So it's a really weak design, but there's some absolutely fantastic just things that work together. I mean, the face is great. That's a downside, is that being open. That's something that I definitely got to fix with the modifications. This sets in perfectly. I messed up with the alignment somewhere inside the body, so mine's actually off a bit, which is causing me some problems. And I think I messed up again somewhere in that it's the structure. I think I'm off by a brick, or I just misread the instructions, or something in the instructions is just a little bit off. But my whole body is a little bit off. There's some plating in there that should not be sticking out there, and should be 1 stud in, and then this side it should be 1 stud over. Whatever. 20 hours. I spent the whole weekend. Sorry, teachers, didn't get any homework done. But Saturday right through Sunday night till 3 in the morning was building this thing. So it was so much fun. I would totally not do it again. No, I'd do it again. And I definitely love to build a second one for my Scarif, but I just don't think it's going to be possible, because this thing drains a ridiculous amount of parts. Some of the stuff in here is totally inefficient. Where is it? You see all these? Each one of those is a 1x1 jumper plate, I think. Or it's a 1x2 plate. And just because you need to have it offset by that little bit, you use a ridiculous amount. And it's like, what is the point of creating that? Why? So maybe I'll switch that out so it's just flat, because, I mean, like, it uses, like, what, 20 1x2 plates just right there? And then it's kind of the same thing where you use a bunch. There's a 1x2 plate in between each of that. I just ordered like 200 jumpers in light gray, because you use them all over the place. And And then of course the toll on my light gray 1x brick is ridiculous because these entire panels are just made out of 1x6, 1x8, 1x4 bricks, and there's tons. There are tons. And the same with those, that's all the same thing too. So it was a big drain on my light gray, so I definitely am going to have to buy some more light gray here just to replace that in my collection, because guess what colors I need for, well, the Citadel Tower, there's going to be some outlines in light gray, but the Jedi Temple is going to be built out of light gray. So I definitely need to restock on that. It has been so much fun, from the AT-AT to the other mock, which I can't show you, to just starting to work on those two support pillars for the tower. It is just going to be ridiculously awesome mock when it's finished. And if you guys have any of the questions about, is there a battlefield? Yes, there is, you guys. It's another 20 gray base plates. It's the same size. It's actually a bit bigger, and it's going to be right in front of this. If you have any questions like that, definitely go and look back. Definitely look at the 30,000 subscribers announcement, because I really try to explain it all there. But it's going to have, as for the questions that you guys have asked, is this going to have the U-wing? Yes. Is it going to have the AT-AT? Yes. Is it going to have the bunker? Yes. The cargo shuttle? Yes, I got the wing of a custom one right here. Is it going to have like the scenes from inside the Citadel Tower? I'm going to try to have a few of those in there, definitely. And I've also got room for some other random fun creative little scenes in there. I definitely want to have like the, you know, the plans for the Death Star, the room where they get those from, and that kind of cool tube of all the different data, like the data bank. So I just thought that was super cool, and that has to be in there. As for the cart that runs back and forth, definitely that will be in here, no doubt, for sure. And it's going to be really awesome. So I've got so much planned for this mock, you guys. You know, just bear with me. I've got a full college course load right now, if you guys didn't know that. So I'm also taking all my classes, so I'm just doing this in my free time. So that's kind of what's holding me back a little bit. But the good news is I'm halfway through my semester, so in a few more episodes here, before I know it, I'll be out of the semester, free to just build away. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I think that's when I'll really be able to bring these episodes to a bit more of their full potential, bringing more than just, you know, what I've got in these episodes. I'm really excited to have all sorts of other more community engaging stuff in there, such as some shoutouts. Like, there's just some awesome mocks being made. CDL Studios made a fantastic mock just recently. It was amazing. Of course, Last of Us by Tim Schwalfenberg, just you know, fantastic mocks being built all the time, and I definitely want to showcase a bit of those, especially for you guys who are watching who are builders yourself. I know there's lots of other people building Scarifs out there, so I want to give some tips to definitely help you guys on your building, and just kind of share what I can with you guys, so you guys can learn from what I know, and hopefully I can learn from what you know. So definitely drop a comment. If you guys have any thoughts or questions, let me know, and I'll definitely get around to answering those in future episodes of Scarif. Definitely go and drop a like, and if you guys have any friends that you think would be interested in this series, definitely share it, because I'd love to get this out there to as many people as possible. And if you enjoyed it, drop a like, a comment, and I will see you guys next time.